I love this band so much.
I wanna have you. This freaky stuff, have you.
And with that, we will start this morning. Woo! Hello all you magical people, my name is Tara Wolfwitch and welcome back to my channel. This is now the third video on my channel. Today's video we are going to be talking about something super special that's on my head. Yes, we are talking about these amazing hats that are made by one amazing artist on Etsy. The artist that I'm talking about and ranting about because I love her artwork is HandiCraftKate, and I will put her link down in the descriptions below. She's like one of the best artists that I know that does like this hand felting process. She's amazing, and the reason I know that her style is just unique in every way is you literally go to any craft fair, like it could be a Renaissance fair, it can be a fairy festival, anywhere, like you will be stopped so many times because of your hat. And this is any of her work, like she is recognized throughout the freaking country. The reason I know this is I just recently got back from Fairy World. It's a festival that's held in Oregon for a whole weekend. But when I went to Fairy Worlds, I literally was stopped. I am not kidding. Literally was stopped like every 10 minutes to ask about my hat. I was recognized with like 1,000 or something people there as the witchy girl with the witch hat. I was so happy to be able to showcase this person's artwork. Artists themselves, like a felt artist themselves, came up to me and was like, I know the artist that you got this from, can I please look at this hat, because I've been awing at their work and been inspired by their work. It was really gratifying to hear that so many people loved her work as well as me, and so many people from that point of seeing my hat at this festival was eager to check out her work as well. So this is her page on Etsy. As you can see, HandiCraftKate is the name of her business, and she makes all of these beautiful hats, all different patterns, all different colors, all different designs. She makes top hats, she makes hoods with little animal ears on them. She makes these witchy hats that just like are adorable with these little points. This is kind of the style that I based mine on, but she can go into the details with them, just like figuring out what you want, the colors that you want, the designs that you want. Like, look at this, look at these curls. Like, how the heck does she get hollow hat, might I add? How does she get a hollow hat to literally stand like that? That literally seems like out of this world impossible. I love her work so much. Her hats are pretty expensive, I'm not gonna lie, but I 100% believe that it's worth it. She puts literally about a month of work into each and every single hat. And when I had contacted her about an update for the hat, maybe a couple days before shipping date, she was still finishing up the wetting process to get it to dry. For the amount of time she puts, the amount of energy she puts, the quality of the felt itself, all these different colors, it's just amazing to me. I've been wanting one of these hats for probably about 4 or 5 years now, and I finally had the means to be able to get one. So if you're kind of in that place and you're not sure if it's going to be worth it, but you may have the money or you may be saving up the money, I promise you it's worth it. Like, if you take care of these hats, like, they will last. Even though it's colossal, I wear my hat all the time. Like, I don't care. I went to a Foreigners concert with this hat because the sun was ridiculous. And I got comments, like, I got some weird looks, but you know what? I rocked the hat like it was no one's business, because this hat is amazing. About this hat in particular, I should say this hat here was about $4.20 for a couple of reasons. One, I had asked for a due date, a little shorter time than what she usually ships her hats for. She also gave me multiple colors and blended the colors, which takes more time, but you can get yours usually for like in the 300s. Now, a couple things that you may want to know when you are designing your hat is she asked for a couple of details. One is the brim size. This brim here is 6 inches wide, so it's not the widest, it's not the shortest. I wanted something that was going to be a reasonable cover for my head, because, like, pale, but also because I wanted to keep that kind of long, whole witchy kind of effect with the big brim and the big curl. The second thing that you also need to know, figuring out the tail type, is if you want your tail curled up or tail curled down. Now, a lot of them have kind of the curl that goes really tightly inward. She also has an option to have a side curl as well, and the side curl has a really, really cool effect to it too. It's really interesting. The third thing is color. Now, this artist has colors like no one's business, ranging from black, plain black, to steel gray, to green, to neon green, to orange, to red, to purples, to rainbow colors, whatever you want. Now, she does make a point to tell people that every brim and every coil and every like wrinkle, if you see in the design picture, it's not going to be the exact same, but she will do her best to try to get it to look as close to the design as possible. But I mean, it's hand felting. It's going to kind of have its own life and effect anyways. The fourth thing that she has you do is checking for the measurements of your hat. Now, this is super, super important, and she actually makes a link to help you figure out where the head measurements should be, as well as a kind of list on a criteria of where you would be with under a certain size. Now, again, handmade hat, it's not going to be absolutely perfect. If you don't notice me going like this a lot, it is a little loose on the top, but I'm just going to be getting like some fabric on the top to be able to get a hat, have it sit my forehead. So when I sent her the order form, I had put my measurements as well as the type of fitting range. It just overall just helps her. As many details as you can put in right off the bat the first time of the design you want for your hat is going to help her so much more. It helps any artist. If they know right off the bat, instead of having to go in and make changes, it's a lot easier. Shipping doesn't take much time at all. The actual making of the hat is going to be what takes the most time. When she ships it out, I am not kidding, it's like within a couple days. A stressful situation, but it got done. Was there was some confusion about the shipping date of when it needed to be here. She had thought the shipping date, the 24th, meant when it was supposed to get there, but for me, I needed it before the 24th to head out on my trip by the 24th, and I was going to be gone the 24th. And so we had some fear going on because we didn't know what the heck we were going to do. But she was like, you know what, I'm going to put it in for express day. That's 1 day shipping. It literally got here the next day. She lives in Kentucky. I live in California. She really went above and beyond to make sure that it got here on time. The really cool thing about her designing is that she'll go into Photoshop and design the hat and just like put in the color, and she'll send it to you. And when you look at the design, you can go in with like, I go into Photoshop and I tweaked a couple things, and I designed over in red where I kind of wanted a couple little tweaks and changes, and I sent that back to her. So she really messages you and makes sure that you like the details before you get it. So caring for the hat, I think, is like the number one thing. You have to be very, very careful with them. You can't have them in moisture. You can't have them in heat, like heavy heat, which is bad because we are dealing with heavy heat now. But you just have to be really careful with them. You can't have them resting heavily on a brim because it's not going to hold. It's going to collapse on you. And once the blocking, which is the holding, kind of hardening process of the hat, once that breaks or once that goes away, you're going to have some trouble keeping the frame and the shape of the hat. She does do one free blocking of a reblocking of a hat if it does collapse or if it does fall out of shape. Now you do have to pay the shipping for it, but that is an option if like something goes on with the tail collapses, or a brim like slopes down, or one of the brims like collapses on you. You can get her to reblock it for you. You have to have the hat as is. If you put anything on it, like a never wet, which can help, if it ruins the hat, she can't reblock it. Cover the care for it, and just don't put it in moisture. Like, it's not going to be weather resistant for like rain, so don't wear it when it's raining. If you don't have one, she'll send you a foam head to have it sit if you don't have a surface to place it down. But when you aren't wearing it, she does suggest that you put it on the foam hat or someplace that's going to not have like direct pressure on the brims, as well as possibly filling up the tip to make sure that it doesn't collapse on you. Now I'm going to show the actual hat. So this is my hat, as you can see. But the part that I love so much is that tip. Like, look how perfect this curl is. I love this curvature for sure. I love these wrinkles that form. They're just so like cartoonish and awesome, and just like, it doesn't seem real. Like, it doesn't seem like something that could be real. All these wrinkles and curls and coiled. But yeah, I love it so much. Now the hat was just by itself. If you see a little sprite character, a little soot sprite and a flower there, that was actually something that I added. A little sprite is right on my hat. So this wasn't actually made by this artist. I actually found this little guy at the festival I went to in Oregon. It's in their little push pin felt creations. But anyways, that's pretty much it. This is the hat. I absolutely love it. Enjoy Handicraft's work through HandiCraftKate's site. Definitely suggest getting one of her hats because it's just phenomenal. And definitely her artwork speaks for itself. The customers and the reviews speak for themselves. So definitely suggest going out, checking out her hat. If you're able to, get one of these beauties because they are amazing. And with that, thank you guys so much for watching my channel. If you are interested, feel free to like me on Instagram as well as follow me on Tumblr. I do post a lot of my photography stuff as well as my mochi lifestyle practicing. I post a lot of stuff on there. The Instagram, I should say, is mainly my photography business. Definitely feel free to follow if you do like so. I'm probably not going to create another Instagram, but I definitely post a lot towards followers and will post a lot to Tumblr for sure. But anyways, thank you guys so much. I really appreciate you guys coming and visiting this channel. I really appreciate you guys enjoying this video. I give you all of my blessings. Thank you so much and have a wonderful rest of your day.